Hey guys, what's going on? It's Blockbull right back now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now, today is the final day of the pre-elections because the elections will be taking place in less than 10 hours here. So you can see the countdown timer now. It's 9 hours and 24 minutes and counting before we get the US election poll results in. So over on the BBC.com, this is one of the most reputable sources over here in the UK. I have just arrived in Portugal. However, US elections, let's take a look at who is actually winning the polls at the moment. So the BBC has Kamala Harris actually literally edging Donald Trump Jr. by 1% in the poll. So it's very, very close and it is going to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. However, I do believe that regardless of what's going on in the US elections, regardless of who does become presidents of the US states, then United States of America, should I say, it doesn't really matter because you can see in these cycles exactly what XRP did here back in the 2016-2017 cycle. We did play out for a number of weeks before we really got going to market. Same again in the XRP previous cycle, the 21 cycle. Again, that literally took a matter of literally a couple of weeks. And this is when sleepy Joe Biden won that president race. And then this year we have got the 4th. That is the Monday, the 4th of November, which is today. Obviously, we know the US elections are tomorrow. But again, for those that don't follow the channel, because we're on the weekly time frame, it does have to lie on a Monday, so that explains that. However, we are going into the tip of the iceberg now, and I've always stipulated that I'm looking at 36 weeks before XRP does really get moving and go into the cheddar market. So despite who is winning, doesn't really matter because the price is only going to go one way regardless of the outcome. Now, let's just take a look at the shortlist here. We've just filtered through like the biggest gainers. Dogecoin is up the most at the moment, so you can see Dogecoin is an early mover. We got the breakout back here in March of this year. We come back down for a retest and we've been grinding down again into the apex. So a lot of these cryptos are making these symmetrical triangles over on the sort of technical analysis. So Dogecoin is getting going now. We will be looking at breaking this sort of previous high earlier on in the year, which it did occur in March. So that's around that 22 cents. So I do expect us to really rally up this week and probably take that out. XLM's doing all right. I don't tend to cover much of XLM, but here is XLM. Again, same sort of story with the rest of the crowd as well. I've got this target up here and I've also got another target up here. So we will revisit these targets later on in the bull market as well to see if these are actually still obtainable as we do make ground going into 2025. Let's flick over to Gala now because a lot of you that are subscribed and following the channel over on X, we are looking to basically make a massive gain. And I'm going to talk through the targets now on what I believe is realistic for Gala before we do actually get that rotation. So initially I was looking to rotate Gala to XRP or XDC depending on which one has moved the least. It's probably going to be XRP at this point because I could do with catching my XRP back up to XDC because I've got a lot of XDC at the moment. So this is where we are. Again, we're at the apex. We're literally waiting for the US elections tomorrow, and then literally within I'd say within 2-3 weeks, and we will be running. It doesn't have to occur tomorrow on that sort of main news release, if you will, with the announcement regarding the elections, that is. So this is where we are now, but you can see this fractal, this yellow fractal was taken on the weekly, so you can see we do get up to this sort of 6 cent region, which I'd be really happy to do so. So again, even if we don't get that run up this week, even if it's the next 2 or 3 weeks, certainly by the end of November, I would like to see Gala at around 6, maybe 7 cent. That would be really good result for the Gala holders that are in on this trade alongside myself. And then in December, again, you can see where we almost get this 10x here. So we're going from around this sort of 6-7 cent region here all the way up here. So I'll be looking at probably taking profits, hopefully, if this fractal plays out. There's no guarantee it will, but as long as we can get up anywhere between that sort of 60-70 cent range, depending if you want to hold a little bit longer, we could see all-time highs before the end of the year closes out, maybe within the first couple of days of 2025. However, I would like to be in XRP by the time we do roll into January of next year. So I'll probably be looking at taking profits around that sort of mid 50s to 60 cent range. Even I could even run it up to mid 60s, up to about 65 cent. And to get that rotated into either XRP or XDC. Now, let's just have a quick look at XRP. Again, we are pretty much there, guys. XDC, where are you? Seeing as we've just been discussing that. What I like to do is just filter through these symbols. It's a lot easier to locate. XDC hasn't moved a great deal. It looks as if we needed to come down a little bit. Now, I'm just going to take off this TA here just to clear up the charts. You can see how we've got this splitter and we've actually been grinding down here. You can see a little bit more clearly if I do go into the candlestick patterns. Yeah, I would have liked to have tagged this sort of point here around that sort of 0.024, 0.025. So whether or not we get a nice little liquidation wick going down there, that would be really good for ourselves. And then, we can only see progression then from that point onwards. So XDC looking really well, again consolidating and boring a lot of the market out of their positions, which a lot of these big cryptos tend to do. So XDC looking really good, but again we could play out until the end of the year, similar to XRP, because I do believe those two are the sort of chosen ones to sort of take the biggest slice of the pie as we move into this new quantum financial system. I have got plans for XDC and XRP as well. So if you guys need a sort of plan, you can do so over on the blockbulls.com. The link is in down below in the description. So we've got the Ripple XRP plan there. And we've also got the XDC plan. You can just simply click on that and that'll take you through to the page. And then that will automatically be emailed to you guys if you was to access that plan, guys. I strongly recommend it because for the sake of $100, you will save yourself tens, if not hundreds, if not millions. When the bull market does actually take off into the super cycle, you will save yourself a fortune, and it'll probably be the best $100 that you've ever spent. And you can come on holiday, do what you want. With the rest of your money, take care of your loved ones, etc., etc. So that's XDC playing out as we expect at the moment. Let's just have a look at Velo as well, because Velo was actually signalling a little bit of cause for concern, in my opinion. So we did have this red descending channel here throughout the bear market. Then we got this sort of bottom confirmation down here, which is where we made that massive impulse. So that's almost creating that sort of V-shaped bottom, if you will, before we did get that retracement. And then we've sort of been grinding up. We did get that pop. And then again, you can see where these blue trend lines come into play. We was looking at holding support above this yellow line. However, that has failed. And it looks at this moment in time that this also blue macro trend line is also failing as support as well. Again, guys, this is on the weekly. We are expecting some big news tomorrow. Again, regardless of who takes presidency, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. But there isn't going to be any sort of cryptos left behind in this market, in my opinion. I feel like, tides lift all boats in this sort of situation. So I've got no cause for concerns in Velo in the long term, but in the short term, it does look, on a TA perspective, that is anyway, it looks a little bit concerning. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet, as I've literally just landed now. I've not had much sleep. So yeah, just going to get some water down my neck and probably hang out around the pool for a little bit, maybe grab a bite to eat or whatever, guys. But yeah, I'll try to keep up to date. Anyway, I've got my laptop, I've got my microphone here. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date throughout this US election period, because it is going to be a fun time. And I do tend to enjoy the charts a little bit more than, wandering around old towns in Portugal. So yeah. Right, take it easy, guys. Anyway, I've been a Blackwell. Until next time, Blackwell over and out.